Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of This Week on iRacing. Now, we're going to start today's episode off with talking about a special event that is happening this weekend, which is the Raw before the 24. And whenever this event comes around, we all know we are very, very close to the Daytona 24-hour. My favourite special event of the year. It's the first... Well, it's not really the first special event because the Raw is, but it's the first big race of the year, in my opinion. And I absolutely love Daytona. It is by far my favourite special event, and it happens so on early in the year. I've been trying to win it for 5 years. I've had no luck. Fingers crossed, maybe this year is my year. But let's talk about the Raw before the 24 first. So this is a 2-hour and 24-minute race around Daytona in the LMP3 GT4 and TCR cars, okay? So you've got 3 classes to pick from. You also have quite a few slots to pick from as well. So it is during the 10th and 12th of January, and you have 5 time slots. I will pop those up on the screen now, but if you're just listening, it is 10 p.m. on Friday. These are all in GMT, by the way. So 10 p.m. GMT on Friday, 7 a.m. GMT Saturday, 12 p.m. GMT Saturday, 4 p.m. GMT Saturday, and then midnight Sunday GMT. So you've got 5 slots to pick from there. I might do the Friday night one personally, and maybe the Saturday at 12. We'll see how I feel. But yeah, like I said, LMP3, GT4, and TCR cars. It's a lot of fun, this event. Lots of people sign up to it. Lots of drivers. I think last year we had over 1,000. Don't quite quote me on that, but I think we had a fair whack, a fair few. If you are going to go in the LMP3, I would highly suggest getting the right setup. Is absolutely crucial. When I did this event last year, the LMP3 is a bit of a death trap because it just has to have all the wing taken off. So the bus stop is like a horror show. So you really need to be careful with what setup you decide to go with, because if you decide to go for a setup that's got like no wing at all, the chance of you getting to the end is slim to none. It really is quite delicate, this thing, through the bus stop. So do be warned. Now, I'm going to try and combine this with the FTC, so the Falcon Tire Challenge, because that is also following it. Now, the Falcon Tire Challenge does not have the TCRs in it, so if you want a bit of TCR practice, this is not the one for you. If you're in a LMP3 or G4, lovely stuff. You will want to do this series for practice this week. That's for sure. Now, the Raw has an 18% chance of rain in the event, whilst the Falcon Tire Challenge doesn't have a chance of rain, so it will be completely dry. 18% chance of rain. It's rare. One slot might just about get rain, but in my experience, when you're down to about 18% chance of rain, it really is rare. It does feel actually lower than 18%. So we've got 5 slots. I'm going to predict that none of them will actually have rain, but you never know. We'll see. But yeah, I expect the Falcon Tire Challenge to be very, very busy this week. Lots of people doing it. I'll be doing it as well. It's a lot of fun, this event. If you haven't done it before, please do sign up. It is good fun. It's not really prep for the 24-hour because none of these cars are in it, but it is good fun, and it is a real-life race as well. So, yeah, get on it. Okay, up next, you guessed it, more Daytona. Oh, yeah, so the GTE Sprint Series, they're all going to Daytona this week. Perfect preparation for Daytona 24 in 2 weeks' time, although IMSA is going to Daytona next week, so that will be even better. But regardless, so the GT series is going to Daytona. You don't have to worry about the rain at all. And you're probably wondering why I've got the 6-hour series in the top hand corner of your screen as well, the logo. That's because it is actually going to Daytona. So this week you've got the GTs freeze all at Daytona, so you can practice that, and then you have the 6-hour this weekend. So I think there's a 6-hour at 7 a.m. GMT, 6 p.m. GMT on the Saturday, and then 2 p.m. GMT on the Sunday, I believe. So yeah, you've basically got Daytona all week this week and next week. So if you don't like Daytona, it sucks to be you this week and next week, I'm afraid, because it is very Daytona intensive. But what do you expect? You got the Raw before the 24 and the 24 hours, so you know the series are going to just be Daytona mainly this week, to be honest with you. But yeah, you'll see there's quite a few other series as well that go Daytona, and I'll show you at the end. But yeah, so GT cars, they're going to Daytona. It's around 20 degrees track temp. It's quite cool. You don't really need to worry about that kind of stuff. Tips for this one is slipstream is key. When you're doing the GT3 stuff, where it's just GT3s at Daytona, slipstream is absolute It's just king. It is absolute king. You need it. If you don't have it, you won't have the top end, you won't have the lap times, and you'll use more fuel as well. You have to work with people. You have to work as a team. Try and be patient. Don't be too aggressive. If you're going to go for moves, wait until the end of the race. There's just no point doing it mid-race. You get in a fight, you'll lose the pack up ahead, and it just doesn't work out for you at all. Only overtake if you absolutely need to, and you're losing time, even in the tow, which is quite rare, I have to say. So, yeah. That is the GTE stuff this week. Also, 0% rain in all series. So, fixed, open, endurance, 6 hour. None of them have got rain at all. None of them at all. So, you don't need to worry about that at all whatsoever. But I've got to say, listen, I'm a Daytona fanboy. The fact we've got the Raw, Falcon Tire Challenge, and GT Freeze, and the 6 hours of Daytona this week, I love it. I absolutely love it. If you don't like Daytona, like I said, it's going to be a rough week. Now, don't you worry. If you don't like Daytona, IMSA is here to save you. There's a few other series as well, but IMSA might be the most popular one to save you. IMSA is heading to Hockenheim this week. Track temp is going to be around 20 degrees or lower. It's very, very cool. When I went into a few practice sessions, it was like 19 degrees, 20 degrees. So it will be nice and cool. So track temperature isn't something that you need to worry about. Tips for this one is Hockenheim is surprisingly difficult to overtake. I say surprising. I don't think it is surprising, actually. It's a very difficult track to overtake in GT Freeze, and multi-class will make that even more difficult. Okay, so LMP2s and GTPs, I think you'll struggle to overtake as well, and going through the traffic is going to be a bit of a nightmare, but it could be quite fun. I'd say it's quite a narrow track and a difficult track to overtake for multi-class racing, so it could be quite chaotic. But I'll be honest with you, if you want a series that's going to be relatively quiet this week, I think IMSA might be the way to go. I think everybody is going to be doing the GT Sprint or the Falcon Tire Challenge this week, so could be a good way of gaining some IR if you wanted to. Maybe some lower strength of fields, maybe, for the people that kind of want to sweat out the IR. It's up to you, really. I don't know. It could be. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, IMSA's going to Hockenheim this week. 0% chance of rain in all series. So the IMSA Open and the IMSA Fixed have no rain. And like I said earlier, the 6 hour series is not going to Hockenheim this week. It is going to Daytona instead. So they've swapped those around. But yeah, IMSA is going to Hockenheim this week. Now, I know it's been a lot of Daytona, and I kind of want to emphasize that as well in the honorable mentions list as well, because there's quite a few series that are going there as well. So we have the Advanced Mazdas, they are going to Daytona, and the GT4 series as well is also going to Daytona. But having a look at the honorable mentions list, we can see the FIA F4 Challenge, that is going to Laguna Seca, so that could be decent. It's a free track, so that will be awesome. The participation should be half decent. The FF 1600 Open, that's going to Alton Park. Free cars again. You know, what's not to like? That should be absolutely mega. What else do we have here? The Porsche Cup cars are going to Long Beach. Ooh la la. Very, very nice indeed. GTEs, they're going to Daytona. The SimLab Production Challenge, they're going to Daytona as well. Yeah. Ferrari GT3 Challenge, that is going to Thruxton. And yeah, that will pretty much be it for this week, I think, boys and girls. It looks half decent. Super Formula Lights at Phillip Island. That'll be interesting. I don't know what the participation levels will be like. Very popular series, but I don't think it's the most popular track in the world. That might be one worth keeping an eye on. Yeah, we shall see. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this episode of This Week on iRacing. If you have, please leave a like and subscribe on the way out. Let me know in the comments what you think of this week. Give it a rating out of 10. For me, I'll give it a solid 9 because I absolutely love Daytona. But that's just me. Anyways, I'm going to love you and leave you, chat. It's been a pleasure. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much for watching. Ta-da.